Now that's a fight. That's a fight. That was a fight. And it's no, I J Rock won the fight. You know, I'm still waiting for them to do their post fight interviews. It's on commercials. I just couldn't wait to do a video. Excellent fight. I mean, if not just as good as the Lara fight with Hurd, it might be a little better than that fight. Excellent fight. Okay. Uh, wow. Charlo lost and Hurd lost. That's crazy. Um, Salute to J Rock, man. I didn't think he'd win this fight. I knew he was gonna come in. I knew he was gonna take charge early. Um, Everything that was happening in the first half, I expected. I just didn't think he had the conditioning to continue at that pace. The first thing I thought when I was watching the fight, maybe after a few rounds in, I was like, man, this guy and his inside game, he must have been sparring nothing but light heavies and cruiserweights all the way up to this point. I mean, even in the 12th round, I mean, the dude even finished strong and made it look, I don't want to say it looked easy. It definitely wasn't easy. But he was very comfortable on both the inside and outside. I know from the outside he was going to outbox Hurd without a doubt. But in the inside, his inside game was insane because Hurd is very tough, man. And, you know, those big shots early on definitely had an effect on Hurd. Um, you know, Hurd had moments where I thought he was going to turn the fight around. The third round specifically, you know, after he got dropped in the second round, the third round he came back. The pacing was a little different. J Rock was still doing well, but the pacing started to change in the third and fourth rounds. And I said, okay, this is Hurd, you know, doing what Hurd does. Even one of the rounds after, a couple of the rounds after that, I think maybe fifth, sixth, I was like, okay, I don't know how long J Rock is going to be able to survive. And J Rock fought tough, man, and he controlled it. He was the better fighter. They're doing an interview now. I'll rewind and talk about it later, if anything. But this is why this division is my favorite division, because you have so many talents there. Luckily, most of the fighters are on the PBC already, so it's not that hard to make the fights. I know in other divisions, there's a lot of PBC guys, like the welterweight division. They're not fighting each other, but at least in this division, most of these guys are fighting each other. It's a shame that we didn't get some fights like, you know, with Jamal and Charlo, not Jamal, Andrade and Canelo moved up from 154, but still, man, you still have J Rock, you have Hurd, you have Jamel Charlo, you still got Lara out there. You got Tony Harrison, you got Jaime Magia and whatever he decides to do. Very happy for J Rock. I wanted him to win. I really wanted him to win this fight. I was rooting. I told you guys I was rooting for him. I just didn't think he'd pull it off. Hurd, much respect to him still because J Rock wants to cry, man. He trying to be tough. Philly dudes, man, they trying to be tough, man. Just let it out, man. I'm happy for the dude, man. I'm happy. I'm really happy for J Rock, man, because and you know Charlo's on my guys, but I actually thought he was gonna beat Jamal. I thought he was gonna be able to outbox him, and he was doing well, but Jamal was just, he hits too hard. One important thing that Lennox Lewis said in the 11th round is that Hurd was doing too much slapping. Okay, not enough straight shots. Again, you know, I just think that he was on his inside game. It could be, it's very good, but it could be very sloppy at time. A lot of it is just wearing the opponent down, the smaller man down. You know, fighting guys like Lara. Lara doesn't have a strong inside game. He has a very strong outside game. But in the inside, he's only defensive. He doesn't really have much. There's no power in there. There's not much. Trout, same thing. Not a crazy good inside game fighter. Tony Harrison, same thing with him. He could hold his own on the inside. These fighters that are very good outside fighters, good tactical boxers, crafty boxers. J Rock came with the speed, the power, the inside game, the outside game, the defense, a better defense. He just came with a better fight. Hurd took too many punches this time around. It was just too many punches, and too many tempo shots. I don't even. It was weird, man. I'm watching this fight. I'm just rambling right now, man. I'm watching the fight, thinking so many things. I'm like, man, I've been watching J Rock fight for a long time. Back when ESPN was just, Friday night fights and whatever. I've been watching him fight for a long time. And I swear, like, when you fight the best fighters, the better fighters you fight, the best they bring out of you, Like, I've never seen J Rock look this good. And I mean, I always knew he was good, but Hurd really brought the best out of him, Hurd, I know he doesn't have the greatest defense and everything like that. But man, I mean, J Rock fought a full 12 rounds. Even the rounds that I gave, and the unofficial scorecards I agree with. I think I was like 1 round off from them. I mean, the guy he fought a really, really good fight, man. I mean, his conditioning was on point. I seen his conditioning look terrible against like Ishe Smith, who is like leagues below Jarrett Hurd right now, at this stage. Jarrett Hurd, at the end of the day, he could bounce back. I don't know if they're still talking. I don't know if they're going to do an immediate rematch. They might do one, just like Harrison and Charlo. But unlike that fight there, even though there's a lot of people that thought that it wasn't even close, the Harrison fight with Charlo, I think this is not controversial. I think J Rock was just a better fighter in this fight. I think he was just a better fighter. Hurd did well. Hurd almost came back, but I think it was clear that J Rock won. I don't think there's any dispute. I don't know what the YouTube community, I don't know what the people are saying, right? Because I'm making this video right after the fight, but there should be a rematch. If there is a rematch, cool, because it's another great fight. But it looked like J Rock was better at Hurd at doing what Hurd does. He's just a better guy. Even though he's smaller, he was just better than him. So if they are going to do a rematch, an immediate rematch, cool. I have no problem with that. Hurd, I mean, there's certain things he could tweak, yes, without a doubt. But J Rock definitely looked like the better fighter, So I don't know, man. I mean, as far as I was just gonna do it. I need to do a video. I'll probably do a video tomorrow on Charlo and Harrison, because they just had their face off, and I want to speak on that fight. Talk a little bit, chat a little bit about that fight. Jaime Munguia, what's up with this guy? Is he ever gonna unify? I still didn't even get a chance to watch the Dennis Hogan fight, but I heard that Dennis Hogan got robbed that fight. Still, just now thinking about it, I gotta check out the zone and look that fight up, because I want to still see that fight. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm very happy for J Rock, man. Salute to him, man. Especially for a guy that got knocked out. He even got the knockdown on Hurd. I didn't speak on the knockdown in the second round. I think the knockdown was a good knockdown, but I think Hurd was fine. I don't think Hurd took big shots throughout the whole fight. It was just a flash knockdown, nothing more, But throughout the fight, there was times he looked hurt. His corner, got to be careful with the Vaseline. That was out of control. Even in the following round, they almost did the same thing. I know they was trying to figure out what. It was clear because he left the corner with a glob of Vaseline. I knew that Vaseline got in his eye as soon as he couldn't see, man. But yeah, man, I just want to see what happens. Now we get Charlo and Harrison, but it's crazy, man. J Rock, just like that, holds 2 titles, man. 2 titles, man. Good. All right, so let me know what you guys think, man. I'm out, man. I wonder if the Berchelt fight came on yet. Francisco Vargas, I don't even know. I'm going to tune in. All right, peace.